Okay, so let's get started. Hi everyone, let me first introduce myself. I am Chintam Shravan, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. I have to make sure that the graduate program goes very smoothly in the department and you have a good experience here pursuing your degree. And at the same time, I want to make sure that the program is a valid program and everything is followed according to the rules and regulations of the department. Before getting started, first I want to welcome you to the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. It is your home department and you have tried hard to be admitted to the department, and I have to congratulate you for getting admitted to the department. First I want to introduce Naganjaneyulu, who is the person that you most often see in the department. He is your main interface to the department and he is the head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Now coming to our program. Engineer means creation and maintenance. It is also known as God. The reason for this is that the engineer creates, he maintains it, he also destroys it. So engineer can be thought of as God. It is one of the most popular branch in engineering. There are vast opportunities for those who read this branch. In addition, the government has recently intensified plans to set up industries in the state for the IT sector and its related sector. As the electronics and communication sectors grow rapidly, the demand for ECE will increase further. ECE plays a key role in the manufacturing of computers, cell phones, iPads, tabs, laptops, and the wide variety of devices used in them. So ECE students' core will be the crucial in the upcoming branches like artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, data science, and cyber security. So now coming to programs. So the programs which are offered by our department, that are BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Total we can expect 180 to 300 students per every year. And next second program, MTech in ECE. So we can expect 12 to 18 students per year. So now, what is electronics? So the word electronics is derived from electron mechanics, which means to study the behavior of an electron and the different conditions of applied electric field. Simply says electron behavior at different conditions. So the device which controls the flow of electron is called electronic device. These electronic devices are the main building blocks of the electronic circuit. Here we have some basic electronic components like resistors, capacitors, diodes, switch, rectifiers, light emitting diodes, and transistors. Electronics have various branches which includes digital electronics, analog electronics, optoelectronics, nanoelectronics, microelectronics, integrated circuits. Those are small scale integrated circuits and medium scale integrated circuits, and large scale integrated circuits and very large scale integrated circuits. Semiconductor devices like diodes, transistors, field effect transistors, SCR. And next one is, what is communication engineering? So if you observe the world around you, you will notice that we live in a time where you can communicate across the world with electronic devices. You can make calls, send messages, and even access the internet. That means information is transmitted over a medium. It could be through air, wire, even vacuum space also. Actually, the physics of wave propagation is more related to the RF emphasis, the rules to send and receive the information. We have basic building blocks of the communication system. The information source can be generate the message signal, and the transmitter can transmit that message signal to the receiver through channel, which is also called as medium, whether the channel is wide or wireless. So after that, the receiver gets the message signal and it displayed by the user. In between transmitter to receiver, there should be a noise which is available in the medium. So in order to minimize such type of disturbances, that means noise, we need to go for different methods that we have covered in your 4 years graduation degree. This is the basic idea of communication engineering, and this communication also have various branches which includes analog communication, digital communication, and wireless communication, satellite communication, optical communication, and microwave communication, and radar communication, wireless sensor networks, and IoT, and underwater communication. So image processing, signal processing, and remote sensing. These are the various branches which are related to the communication engineering. So the next one is career in ECE. So this can be divided into three parts: hardware related industries and software related companies. hardware plus software related organizations. When it comes to hardware industry, so again this can be classified into three parts. One is research oriented jobs and design level jobs and production based jobs. First we focus on research oriented jobs. So some of the companies having their own R&D segments, not all the companies. For example, if you take a Samsung company having their own R&D department. So in the same way IBM, Intel, Cisco, HP Corporation, all these companies having their own R&D segments. So the role of R&D department is to keep a business competitive by providing insights into the market and developing new services or products or improving existing ones accordingly. Simply says, research and development is the generation of new knowledge. And next one is design based jobs. So generally speaking, it is the process of envisioning and planning the creation of objects, interactive systems and services, etc. Is user centered. That means users are at the heart of the design thinking approach. So it is about creating solutions for the people, abstract systems to address a need or a problem. It is a very broad concept and its meaning can greatly vary from one field to another field. Next one is production based jobs. It is a method of turning raw materials or inputs into finished goods or products in a manufacturing process. In other words, it means that the creation of something from basic inputs. After that, second one, software companies. Again, this can be classified into two parts. One is programming based, another one is testing based. When it comes to programming side, so which is also known as software engineers or system programmers, computer programmers are tasked with designing and creating software programs, integrating systems and software, training end users, analyzing algorithms, modifying source code, writing the system instructions, debugging and maintaining the operate systems. All these things are part of programming. And next, move on to testing. Testing plays a vital role in software development. In every company, testing is an important and valuable stage in the software development life cycle. Techniques used for software testing differ from one company to another company. It is a stage where the developers find bugs in the software and make the software bug free. The next one is hardware plus software related organizations. So all these five aspects, research, design, programming, testing and production. So all these five aspects come into one single platform. So that is called hardware and software related organization, which are performed these five operations with a unique strategy and well-disciplined manner. And the next topic is job opportunities in electronics and communication engineering. So these all the jobs are categorized into four types. One is government sector, and second one is public sector, third one private sector, and fourth one is internships. First we focus on government sector. Under this government sector, we have so many service commissions like Union Public Service Commission UPSC, Staff Selection Committee SSC, and research organizations, Short Service Commission. Name itself suggests short service, that means 10 to 14 years of service. After that, state level public commissions, and the next one is Gov banking sector. So all these services will comes under government sector. And the next one is public sector. All the public sector units categorized into three parts based on various factors. First one is Maharatna company, and second one is Navaratna companies, and third one is Mini Ratna companies. And next move on to private sector. In this private sector, we have hardware related companies and software related companies and private banking sector, and some other jobs also comes under private sector. And the next one is internships. Some of the public sector units offer internships, and some of the banking institutes also offer internship for third year students. Private companies also offer internship. Some of the organizations offer stipendiary training programs. These are the various fields of EC related jobs. So this is government sector. So when it comes to UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, so which offers Indian Administrative Service, Indian Forest Service and Indian Engineering Service, Indian Railway Management Service and National Defence Academy and the Combined Defence Service. These are the available jobs which comes under Union Public Service Commission. And when it comes to Staff Selection Commission. Under this we have two jobs. One is combined graduate level exam, another one is combined higher secondary level exam. Okay, so various Group B and Group C posts are comes under combined graduate level exam, and Group B non-ministerial and Group C and Group D level jobs will comes under combined higher secondary level exam. So after that we can focus on research organizations. So in our country we have so many research organizations. Out of that I mentioned only four research organizations. So first one is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, Defense Research Development Organization, and next one is Baba Atomic Research Center, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, and the National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology. So these are the research organizations. So these research organizations recruits the scientists and engineers for their future needs. And after that, Short Service Commission. Under this we can expect three services. One is Indian Air Force Academy, Indian Naval Academy, Indian Military Academy. So these all recruitments can done through National Defense Academy and Combined Defense Services through UPSC, and AFCAT exam, Air Force Common Entrance Test. So that is purely applicable for this Indian Air Force Academy. And the next sector is the banking sector. Under this we have government banks and private banks and rural or regional banks. So in this banking sector we have clerical jobs and probationary officers related jobs. So these are the available vacancies under this banking sector. Next one is State Public Commission. Each and every state having their own public service commissions in order to recruit the employees to fulfill their requirements. Okay, for example, if you observe this TSPSC, Telangana State Public Service Commission, and this one is APPSC, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission, UPPSC, Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission. Like that we have so many public commission. Okay, so I didn't mention all those things here, and this is regarding government sector related jobs. Next we move on to public sector units. For all these PSU same salary structure, and here I mentioned certain top 10 companies under this Maharatna and Navaratna and Miniratna company. And next we move on to private sector. So here hardware related companies, these are the Samsung, Intel, App, and when it comes to software related, so Microsoft, IBM, TCS, and when it comes to software come hardware related, Apple, IBM, Intel, and this last one is e-commerce one. So under this e-commerce, Amazon, Flipkart, and these companies will provide e-commerce related jobs. And next we move on to higher study options in electronics and communication engineering. After completion of your graduations, what are the ways you have to pursue higher education? Under this we can classify four types. First one is MTech, ME or MS program, and the second one is direct PhD. For these two exams, MTech means Master of Technology, ME means Master of Engineering, MS means Master of Science. All these things are same only, but different universities having different name. This is a direct PhD. So after completion of your graduation, you can enroll in MTech program, otherwise in direct PhD program. So in order to pursue these two degrees, you have to clear your graduate aptitude test in engineering exam. This is the entrance exam. You have to clear this exam. And next one is a Master of Business Administration. In order to pursue this MBA program in topmost institutes like IIM, so you need to clear CAT exam, Common Admission Test. Some of the people interested to do their MS in other countries, those people will need to clear this GRE, TOEFL, otherwise IELTS. GRE means a graduate record examination, and TOEFL means a test of English as a foreign language, and IELTS means International English Language Test System. And these are some other programs which are related to specific fields. Some of the research oriented organizations will recruit research fellows, so in order to finish their funded projects. So those are junior research fellow and senior research fellows. And next one's PG diploma program. These PG diploma programs are job specific. Some of the students want to join some specific area. In that situation, those people will opt these PG diploma programs in reputed organizations, and a master's and PhD degree in interdisciplinary mode. For example, if you complete your graduation in ECE, but you have to choose your master's or PhD degree in other discipline also. This is the chart for higher education options in electronics and communication engineering. And next we can move on to core subjects in our ECE. Just I can divide all courses into 4 parts. So one is fundamental courses, and next one electronic courses, and communication courses, and futuristic courses. So basically fundamental courses are nothing but electrical circuits and engineering mathematics, basic programming language, that is C language. Okay, so any university, any IIT or any NIT, the basic programming language is C language. So engineering mathematics is the basic funda for any of engineering branches, not only ECE, all the other branches students also must and should read this engineering mathematics. Okay, these are the fundamental courses. After that, when we switch on to electronic courses, we have analog electronics and digital electronics, electronic device circuits, VLSI design, and electromagnetic field theory. These are the courses which covered in electronics part. And when move on to communication part, we have analog communication, digital communication, and signals and system, microwave engineering, wireless communication, satellite communication, radar communication, and control system. These are subjects which are covered under communication part. And next we have some elective courses, otherwise futuristic courses. Those are artificial intelligence, data science, cyber security, machine learning, blockchain technology, biomedical signal processing, image signal processing, IoT, Internet of Things, wireless sensor network. These are some futuristic courses. So many job opportunities available in these futuristic courses. The future will not be bleak if we take the core branches that have been known as evergreen for decades. Civil, mechanical, CSE, ECE, EEE, and some other colleges are offering new courses like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, cyber security. In addition, the employment opportunities for those who have done engineering in the coming branches are increasing. Many changes have taken place in the world, especially with COVID. Even many changes are likely to come. Online usage is growing exponentially. Everything is connected to online. Along with this come many challenges in near future. So for this, new technologies like cyber security, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data sciences have to be introduced, and the challenges have to be overcome. It is estimated that more than 90 lakh professionals worldwide are in need of newcomers in the fields of data science, AI, ML, cyber security, and hacking. This is a situation where not only those who have read CSE but also those from other branches have to use above subjects interdisciplinarily in their respective fields. This is increasing employment opportunities. Major changes are also coming in the core branches with the modern technologies. According to the newly approved AICTE, each student can choose 40% of his/her core subjects as interdisciplinary subjects. This will enable any branch to learn a variety of skills. This will increase employment opportunities. The world is changing rapidly right now. Students need to improve their technology from time to time. Improving technical skills as well as life skills and communication skills will give you the opportunity to get a job anywhere in the world. Engineering education is a professional course. It contains 60% theory as well as 40% practicals. It is important to remember that only those who are proficient in both will have a job opportunity in the future. So in addition to the regular courses, if you are choosing online courses like NPTEL, SWAYAM courses, otherwise online certification courses which are offered by the reputed universities around the world, will also have a good result. Those who want to study engineering must remember that CSE is not the only one. There are many branches. It is true that there is a demand for CSE, but if the student is in the top 20 by the time the course is completed, he will have to remain unemployed unless employment is guaranteed. The same principle applies to all the branches. No matter which branch you take, you need to be well versed in the respective subjects and practicals. The competition has intensified as more people in the country are studying engineering. Those who have more technical skills will win the competition and get better jobs. If you have interest and perseverance in the course, you will be able to excel in engineering. First one is placements. Here you can observe. So during the academic year 2016 and 17, out of 164 students, 89 students are selected. So that is approximately 54.27%. For the academic year 2017-18, MEC department, out of 196 students, 66 students got placed. That is approximately 33.67%. And for the academic year 2018-19, So out of 216 students, 129 students are selected, that is approximately 59.72%. During the academic year 2019-20, so out of 162 students, 109 students are selected, that is approximately 67.28%. Number of selected students is increasing every year. This is the short summary of entire placement records of RJUKT. This is not 2018-19, this is 2019-20. So for the academic year 2019-20, 60.86% of students are placed in various companies. Every year, the placement percentage will be increases. These are our top recruiters, so which are mentioned in this particular slide. This is some placement gallery. The Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering contains efficient and reliable faculty who expose their higher dedication and commitment towards teaching. Besides teaching, the faculties are effectively engaged with various research activities. The department consists of around 800 plus students, 15 plus faculty, 10 plus lab assistants. And the department is well facilitated with 12 laboratories with modern technology and also with the lab staff who are always available for students. Apart from study, the students are invoked to learning by doing method and they are encouraged to do the projects which extremely improve their practical knowledge. The department has a properly planned and a well executable flexible curriculum which makes the students to get success in their career.